Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
So it's away we go then. Fofana. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Fernandez. Palmer. Fernandez. Palmer! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Laurent, aim forwards. And it's Palmer. Now it's Palmer. That's a nicely weighted pass. And it's made its way to him. Now that's a fine challenge. Ugo Chukwu. Laurent. Worrell. Moved on forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Calmly anticipates. Cucurella. Fernandez. Chalobah. Fofana. Chalobah, gently done. Fernandez. Fofana. Chalobah, and he goes cross-field. Cucurella. João Pedro. Hannibal. Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's Cucurella. Decent chance! Hannibal. Ugo Chukwu. Laurent. Can he finish? Chalobah, played towards the other side. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Fernandez, forwards and with intent. He's found a way through. Laurent did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ugo Chukwu. Laurent. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's nice. So who's he picking out? Oh, it's come loose. Cucurella defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking for a decent ball in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that's a clever-looking ball. Kyle Walker. Hannibal. Worrell. And it's played forward. Chukwu. Chalobah is there, and he can get that clear. Anthony stood his ground strongly. And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he's there to clear it. And that is out of play. Here comes another cross. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. James. Chalobah. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. It's been a pretty frantic start. A lot of front foot pressing. And it's Palmer. Out to the left it goes. Chance! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Well read, nice interception. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Now it's Schwab. And the finish! Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty targets awaiting, so they'll be looking to get on the end of anything that gets played into the box.
He's onto it in a flash. And it's Palmer. And that has been cleared. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And that's been won straight back. Worrell. Anthony going full tilt down the left. That's a throw. Can he deliver? Anthony. Oh, that's neat. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's João Pedro. Spread out to the left, and it's Palmer. Fernandez played out to the left flank. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kyle Walker. Over to the left. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste. João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Hannibal. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, nicely intercepted. Palmer. João Pedro. Anthony does really well to win the ball there. João Pedro. Great defending, strong and determined. Anthony. Offside, yes it is. Sanchez, long ball by the goalkeeper. Caicedo. James looking to hit the byline here, showing good feet. In by header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Moved on forwards. Now it's João Pedro. It's a good foot in there. Anthony. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Out to the left it goes. Lovely bit of skill. Hannibal. Can he spark a counter here? Worrell cuts out the pass. Chukwu. Spread out to the left, back into the middle. Oh, and that pass just didn't quite work. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's played forward.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Fofana. Caicedo. Oh, good spread. João Pedro. James crosses. Goes for the shot! There was plenty of power on that. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Kyle Walker. Hannibal. And the shot! And he has been fouled there. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Laurent forwards and with intent. James shifted upfield. João Pedro. Palmer. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's João Pedro. And the shot!
João Pedro has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Fernandes. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Hit into the middle. That has been knocked clear. Looks to the other side. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Chance for a shot! He's got away with one there.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble there.
Hannibal. Aim forwards. Anthony. Ah, such a clever touch. And they win it back again.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And that's been well dealt with. Caicedo. Pedro Neto tries to get it clear. James charging forward down that flank. And it's hoisted clear. Wins the duel this time. And it's Walker. Chance to play it in. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Cucurella gets rid without sophistication. Hannibal. for a third of the way through the game. Hannibal. James. Caicedo. That's an imaginative pass. James. He has found the way through. Tries to get it clear. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now that's well seen too. Palmer. Fernandes. He's got to be in here, and he shoots!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Waddle. That's been drilled forward. Fofana gets over and intercepts. Caicedo. Pedro Neto goes for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Chukwu. Hannibal. Anthony. That's really well manoeuvred. That has been cut short. Cucurella moved on forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He's got away! It's a loose ball. Pedro Neto is fouled. And he is going into that little black book. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, that's called taking one for your team, because a one-on-one situation was about to develop.
They've played it short. And it's James. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Fofana. Caicedo. Fernandes. Caicedo. Goes for goal! Great effort, but no way through. Laurent. Hannibal. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Chukwu. Hannibal. Aim forwards. Fernandes. Cucurella. Caicedo. Caicedo played out to the left flank. Laurent. Kyle Walker. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that is as far as they're going to go. Hannibal. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And that has been cleared. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Fofana, driven forward. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And it's played forward. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Caicedo. Walker, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Have it back, and can go again. Anthony. That's really well manoeuvred. Great defending, strong and determined. Chukwu. Out to the right. Walker providing an outlet on that flank. He can get that clear. Laurent. Now here's the delivery. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Chalobah. James chooses to go cross-field. Anthony.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Caresses it through. James gets it clear. Laurent. Played out wide. Played out to the right. Laurent, and he whips it in. Caicedo. Fofana. Fernandez. Palmer. Fernandez shifted upfield. Aim forwards. And here's Neto. And that has been knocked clear. And it's Caicedo. Chukwu. Hannibal. Up towards the front line. Chalobah makes the interception. Great ball if he can get there. Palmer. Anthony. Hannibal. Waddle. Hannibal is onto it in a flash. Fofana cuts it out. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Now it's Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto gets flagged offside. Cucurella gets across to intercept that. Fernandez. And he cuts out the supply. Anthony, gently done. Palmer does really well to win the ball there. And it's Palmer. Here's a chance! And he thumps it clear. Out to the right. Ball's gone out of play. Chukwu. Moved on forwards. Hannibal. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Cleared without complication. Oh, he's really drilled it. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Pedro Neto is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Caicedo. James. Played into the middle. And here's Palmer.
Palmer really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Anthony. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Hannibal. Chukwu. Kyle Walker. Chukwu. Caicedo. Fernandez. Aim forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. Hannibal. Anthony going full steam ahead down the left flank. Out for a throw. Lovely feet. Aimed in towards the centre. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Fernandez tries to dink it through. And it's hoisted clear. Smashing header! Harmlessly behind.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
Worrell, Hannibal, Anthony, Hannibal, Anthony, Hannibal. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's James. James. Oh, it's played into the area. Kyle Walker. And that has put paid to that. And we're not going to make any further progress now. James. James tries making a foray down the right. Tries to get it clear. Hannibal. Anthony. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Cleared away. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And that was very necessary. And it's Walker. Oh, that's a nice ball. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. That's a throw. João Pedro, Palmer, Fofana, Fernandes, Cucurella, Pedro Neto, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Caicedo. Caicedo, played out towards the right wing. Big chance! Oh, that probably deserved better.
João Pedro really had to do more with such a good ball. It goes down as avoidable waste.
Hannibal. Oh, there's a probing ball. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And it's James. In by James. And it's hoisted clear. James played with finesse. Laurent gets it away. Kyle Walker. Still just a single goal between the sides. Chalobah gets over and intercepts. Fernandes. Chalobah. Oh, this looks sharp. Nice control. Claimed it back swiftly. Chalobah cuts it out. Fernandez. And here's Neto. Clipped into space. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Now it's Palmer. It's a throw-in. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Climbs up big! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Anthony. Fernandez. Chalobah. James. So we've reached the hour mark. James. Palmer. Over to the left. Pedro Neto. That's good play. Cross goes in there. It's a mighty effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Hannibal. Waddle. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, Red, nice interception. Palmer. Caicedo, forwards and with intent. Laurent goes forward and reclaimed it in a trice. James. Caicedo. Palmer. Now it's Pedro Neto. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And out it comes again. Palmer. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. James. Fernandez. Chalobah. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well timed, excellent interception. Anthony. And he's managed to get free. And he's there to get it away. Walker with the cross. Up he goes! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Walker goes short. He's had a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Cuts out the pass. Hannibal. Waddle. Anthony. Hannibal. That's really well manoeuvred. Fofana attempts a clearance. Chukwu. Anthony. That's very neat. And that's end into the middle. And he's there to clear it. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Deftly away. Hannibal. Palmer, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Chalobah. Oh, can he get onto this? Now it's Pedro Neto. Walker wins the duel this time. Laurent. Chukwu. And it's Walker. Ball's played through. He is just caressing the ball. James tries to clear. João Pedro. Well, that's beautifully weighted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Laurent. Walker. And that has been cleared.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Chalobah. Fofana, gently done. It's gone for a throw-in. Pedro Neto. Great work on the overlap. Cleared away. Laurent. Laurent. James. Palmer. Fofana. Fernandez. Lofted upfield. Anthony. And it's played forward. Calmly anticipates. Chalobah. James. And it's Palmer. Palmer played into space. Fired deep towards the back post. And they've got rid. Plays it across. Defending of the desperate variety. Tries to get it clear. Takes the shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Palmer really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Quality ball. Walker. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. It's a threat. Takes a shot! Cucurella getting this one clear. Laurent. And it's Walker. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Caicedo. Oh, good spread. That is lovely. And that's surely a foul. Free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Pedro Neto! Chance, surely! It's anyone's ball now. Proves too strong. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Laurent. Hugo Chukwu. Hannibal. James. Fernandez. Chalobah shifted upfield. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Chalobah. Pedro Neto looks to get on the end of this. Laurent. And it's Walker. Laurent, gently done. João Pedro. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Chukwu. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Tries a measured ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Kyle Walker. Hannibal. Out to the left it goes. Hannibal. Hannibal. Is there any support? He might not need it. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Palmer. Cucurella. Just 5 minutes left. Chalobah. Pedro Neto chasing after it. And it's Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Palmer. Cucurella. James. Chalobah. Played towards the front line. Pass just lacking in accuracy. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Hannibal. Spread out to the left. Played into the middle.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Caicedo. Chalobah. Caicedo. Fofana, aim forwards. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Laurent succumbs to the pressure. And it's played forward. Fofana. That's a good run down the left. Now that's well seen too. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Fernandez. Caicedo. Palmer. Now it's Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Who played through for the wide man. Pedro Neto. Fofana. Caicedo. James forwards and with intent. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, I think this is a win that owes a lot to front-footed defending. I think the way they defended from up top starved the opposition of space, and they were able to go from strength to strength thereafter.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Ladies